I've heard you say that you wouldn't be doing anything that you're doing now if it wasn't for surfing. How so?
Well, surfing, I started surfing when I was 10 years old. I was very lucky that a guy decided to teach me how to surf. A lifeguard said, hey, I'm going to teach you how to surf. And he did. And yeah, that completely directed my life, because when you're looking at all the special operations units to go into, you know, there's Rangers, there's Special Forces, there's Marine Corps, Special Operations, there's all these different things that you can go and do. And one of them is primarily focused on the water, and one of them you can get stationed either in San Diego, California, or Virginia Beach, Virginia. And it was just such a no-brainer for me.
So are you saying that part of your military career was dictated by where the good surf was?
100%. Yep, 100%. And making it through training, if I wouldn't have surfed, I may not have made it through training, because your comfort level in the water is so high from surfing. And, you know, I grew up surfing in New England, and it's freezing cold. And so the cold water to me was a joke. And the water problems were relatively easy for me compared to someone that didn't spend a bunch of time in the water. So surfing is a great thing to have in your background if you're going to go try and be a SEAL. Or, you know, if you played water polo, if you were on the swim team, something that makes you super comfortable in the water is going to be highly beneficial. And that's probably the biggest separator in people that make it. In fact, it is. People that make it and don't make it. If you're comfortable in the water, you have a much better chance of making it. Let me rephrase that. If you're not comfortable in the water, your chance of making it through SEAL training is very small.
So people that were swimmers in high school or whatever, massive advantage.
Massive advantage. Surfing, massive advantage. Water polo, massive advantage. Yep.
I heard someone say the other day that if they could give their kid 3 sports to do throughout their childhood, one would be a martial art that's effective, one would be gymnastics to learn their body in space, and one would be some sort of swimming, water-based event to learn their body in water. I thought
those are solid picks right there.
Seems like you're going to create a bit of a beast of a kid there.
Yeah.
It's the whole water thing. I mean, you see this. Right? Look at any event. Look at CrossFit Games or something, right? And there's always one guy, because there's usually a swim, run, bike, or a paddleboard, run, something else event in there. There's always one guy that swam in college, and you go, okay, so these people train 6 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week for forever, and they're the elite of the elite when it comes to fitness. And homeboy is half the time of the rest of the field. It can't be just due to fitness. It's got to be due to something else. There's people with more capacity. He'll come 15th in a field of 40 of the overall. But on that event, you really do see the experience that someone that knows how to swim has. It's like worlds apart.